Hello kids and welcome to my channel The Curious Panda. I'm a panda teacher and in this video we are going to solve an entire mathematics Olympiad question paper, and the paper that we are solving today is from 2022 set A. But before going ahead, I would want to talk to you and your parents about this book that I have for you. This book contains 18 previous year question papers with answers, and the reason why you should buy this book is because kind of and breadth that is required to ace Olympiad examination, you can get through with lot of practice, and practice. And what better way to practice that previous year question paper? So if you want to buy this book, you can scan the QR code given on the screen over here, or you can go to the pinned comments or the description box and you can find a link and you can go there. Pay just rupees 89 to get 18 previous year question paper. Now that we are done with that, let's go to our normal screen and solve the question paper. Okay, so if you have already watched one of my videos before, I'm sure you are aware of my the ground rules. I will read out a question first, then run a timer of 3 seconds. The expectation from you is to pause the video, solve the question first by yourself, and then look at the solution. The reason why I want you to solve this first before looking at the solution, because if you do that, only then you will be able to grasp the approach and not forget the approach ever. Right? So that is why solve it first and then look at the solution. So let's go to question number one. There is a certain relationship between the pair of figures on either side of double colon. So there is a double colon over here. Here you see a school bag, a notebook. On the other side, there is a basket, and then you have something that you need to find out. And identify the relationship between the left pair and find the missing figure. So there is some relationship over here. The same relationship also applies over here. This is what you need to find out. I run a timer of 3 seconds, and please pause the video, solve it first, and then look at the solution. Great. I hope you have got it correct. So you put a notebook inside your school bag, right? You put your notebook inside your school bag. So this is a basket. What do you put inside a basket? Do you put pen inside a basket? No. I'm so sorry. Do you put a pens inside the basket? No. Do you put caps inside the basket? No. Do you put clothes inside this kind of a basket? No. So what do you put? You put fruits, right? This is a fruit basket. So this whole of fruits would go inside the basket, and that is why option number B is the correct answer. I hope you got it correct. If you did, give yourself a star. So again, another rule that I have is after solving each and every question, give yourself a star on a piece of paper. And at the end of the video, my request from you, or my request or expectation from you, is to go to the comment section and let me know how many correct answers did you get. I will reply to each and every one of you. Let's now go to question number two. So question number two is a pattern problem. So there is a missing number in the given number pattern. So you see cup uh, cub over here, number of cubs over here. There are some number written on these cubs, right? And there is a missing number. And obviously, there is a pattern that is being followed. You have to find the pattern and then find the missing number. Great. I hope you have got it correct. So the correct answer over here is C40. Now, how do you approach this? So from 25 to 30, from 25 to 30, we are increasing the number by 5. So we know 25 plus 5 is equals to 30. 30 plus 5 is equals to 35. So obviously, because we are following a pattern, so 35 plus 5 will be equals to 40, and then 40 plus 5 is 45, and 45 plus 5 will be 50. So 40 is the correct answer. Therefore option number C is the correct answer. Hope you got it correct. Now let's go to question number 3. Select the odd one out. You can see four options, and four options has four letters. You have to find the odd one out. Great. I think it's an easy one. The odd one out over here is option number C, that is U. All the other letters that are given over here are consonants. U is the only vowel over here, and that is why option number C is the correct answer. Let's now go to question number 4. There are dash rectangles in the given figure. So you see a figure given over here. You have to find out how many rectangles you can see in this given figure. Now, please pause the video. Find how many rectangles you can actually see, because this can be very confusing when you are doing it in examination. So find out the number of number of rectangles that you see in this figure, and then look at the solution. Great. I hope you have got it correct. So there are five rectangles in the given figure. So this is rectangle number one, right? So this is rectangle number one. This is rectangle number 2. This is rectangle number 3. This is rectangle number 4. And this is rectangle number 5. So there are five rectangles in the figure given above. Hope you got it correct. If you did, give yourself a star. And now we move to question number 5. Dash is at the fifth position from the ticket counter. So ticket counter is over here, and who is standing at the fifth position from the ticket counter is what you have to find out. Great. Easy one. I hope you have got it correct. So Karan is first from the ticket counter. Sahil is at the second position. Priya is at third position. Pooja is at fourth position. And Kavya is at the fifth position. So B, Kavya is the correct answer. Now let's go to question number 6. If ruler is called a paintbrush is called a sharpener, and sharpener is called eraser, then dash is used to sharp a pencil. So first find out what is used to sharp a pencil, and then find out that what object is actually called. Okay, so solve it first can be a little confusing sometimes. So solve it first, uh, pinpoint what is the correct answer, and then look at the solution, and I'll let you know what the correct answer is. Great. I hope you have got it correct. So, what is used to sharp a pencil? What is used to sharp a pencil? A sharpener is used to sharp a pencil, correct? And what is sharpener called? A sharpener is called an eraser. So option number B is the correct answer. I hope you got it correct. If you did, give yourself a star. And now we move to question number 7. Four groups of dash wheels. So you see some wheels given over here. Each can be formed from the given wheels. So you have to form four groups over here of some number of wheels. Now, what that number is something that you need to find out. So try this out and then look at the solution. Great. I hope you have got it correct. So four groups of dash wheels, right? So what we have to do is we have to divide these many wheels into four parts, right? Four equal parts. So let's first count how many wheels are there. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? So these are 10 wheels over here. You will have 10 more wheels over here. So there are 20 wheels, right? So now you have to make four groups of these wheels, right? So four groups of how many? So four groups of five. Well, you can go to the option and check as well. Four groups of four would be how much? 4 plus 4 plus 4 will be 16. Similarly, four group of six would be 24. Four groups of 10 would be 40, and four groups of 5 will be 20. So 20 is the correct answer. You just divide it like this also. And if you make this as one group, this is another group. Similarly, this is third group and this is fourth group. And if you do that, you'll see that these are all with equal number of wheels, and there are one, two, three, four, and 5. So option number D, 5 is the correct answer. I hope you got this one correct. If you did, give yourself a star. And now we move to question number 8. Which of the following items can be bought from the given amount of money? So some amount of money is given over here, is shown over here. What you have to find out is that how much using this much money, which of the product you can buy. Right. Again, I think it's an easy one. So this is a 200 rupees note, right? This is a 200 rupees note. So with using a 200 rupees note, you can buy a product that costs rupees 200 or less than 200, right? Anything more than 200, obviously you will not be able to buy. So can you buy this toy dog? No, you cannot. 200, this costs rupees 250, right? Which is more than 200. The shirt costs more than 200 again, so you cannot buy. Shoes cost more than 200, you cannot buy. Option D is the correct answer because it costs just rupees 190, which is less than 200. So option number D is the correct answer. Hope you got it correct. If you did, give yourself a star. And now we move to question number 9. Which of the following options shows the time in the given clock? So you see some time that has been given over here, and you have to find out which option is correct. Is it 20 minutes to 8? Is it 20 minutes to 7? Is it 20 minutes past 7 or 20 minutes past 8? Is something that you have to find out. Great. Easy one. This is 20 minutes past 7, right? So it is not 20 minutes to 8. 20 minutes to 8, the minute hand of the clock would point towards 8. So it cannot be that one. 20 minutes to 7 is 20 minutes to 7 is 6:40. Same. The minutes hand would be close to pointing towards 8, and the hour hand would be between 6 and 7. So that cannot be the answer as well. It is 20 minutes past 7. So it is 20 minutes after 7 o'clock. That is 20 minutes past 7. So that is the correct answer. Hope you got it correct. If you did, give yourself a star. And now we move to question number 10. That is the last question of the logical reasoning section. Which of the following options will complete the given figure pattern? So some pattern is being followed over here. You have to find the pattern first and then understand and find out what would actually be here so that the whole pattern is complete, right? So you have to find this missing piece in the complete pattern. So again, pause the video, solve it yourself first, and then look at the solution. Right. So if you look at this, so now looking at all the three same similar triangles, right? So this triangular shape has to be compared with this one. Then this is another triangular shape, and this is another triangular shape. So we have three such triangular shape. Now we know that there are some lines over here, and a similar line will be obviously over here, right? So you can see that in the options as well. Now what we can see is that this is white and this is white. If that is the case, then this color should be equivalent to this color. So that is why, and when that happens, so obviously if this color is equals to this color, so this color will also be equals to this color. So the correct option over here is option number A. So this is red and this is orange. So that is why option number A is the correct answer. Hope you got it correct. If you did, give yourself a star. And now we move to the next section, that is quite mathematical reasoning, and we'll start with solving question number 11. A debate competition started at the time shown in the given clock. So, at the time shown over here, a debate competition started. At what time did the competition end if it lasted for 2 hours? Right? So, the competition lasted for 2 hours. So, you have to find out at what time the competition ended. Right? Pause the video, find the solution, and then look at the answer. Great. So currently the time is 7:10, right? 7 hour 10 minutes. Can be morning, can be afternoon, I don't care. But 2 hours from here. So if you add 2 hours from here, so adding 1 hour will take you from 7:10 to 8:10, correct? And adding another hour would actually take you from 8:10 to 9:10. So 9:10, option number C is the correct answer. Hope you got it correct. If you did, give yourself a star. And now we move to question number 12. What is the sum of all three-digit numbers shown in the on the star? So in this star, there are a few three-digit numbers given over here. What you have to do is you have to find the sum of all the three-digit numbers that are given. So pause the video, find out all the three-digit numbers that are shown inside the star, do the addition, add all of them, and then find out what the answer is going to be. Great. Let's find out what are the three-digit numbers that you see inside the star. So one is 632. So it is a three-digit number. 243 is a three-digit number. And 100 is three-digit number. All others are two-digit. So these are two-digit numbers. And this is a one-digit number. So what we then have to add now is 243 plus 632 plus 100. I'm sure by now you know how to add a three-digit number. Now, if you know, let's do that. Correct? So 3 plus 2 is 5. 4 plus 3 is 7. 6 plus 2 is 8 plus 1 is 9. So this comes out to be 975. Option B is the correct answer. Hope you got it correct. If you did, give yourself a star. And now we move to question number 13. Arrange the given number in the descending order. Now, what is descending order is something you have to know. If you know that, I think then this question is actually solved in a second, right? So pause the video, find out uh, according to you what would be the answer, and then look at the solution. Great. So descending order is something that descending order and ascending order. If I would want to explain to you, descending order is when you stack something or when you arrange something from larger number to a smaller number. Ascending would be so when you arrange something in smaller to larger. So here we have to find descending means we have to put the larger number first, higher number first, and then to the smaller number. So now you have to find what is the largest three-digit number that you see in this image. So the largest here is 972, right? Then you have 805. Then you have 690 and then 513. So the correct answer is P, Q, S, and R. And if you see option number A is the correct answer. Telling you again, descending number is when you have to arrange the number from larger number to a smaller number. Ascending is when you have to arrange it from small to big, right? So from smaller number to a larger number, right? So that is what the difference between ascending and descending is. And here the correct answer is option number A. Hope you got it correct. If you did, give yourself a star. And now we move to question number 14. How many curved lines are there in the given figure? So you see a figure over here. You have to find out how many curved lines do you see over here. Great. I think this is again an easy one. I can solve it in minutes. So the only curved line that you can see here are the circles that are there, right? So these are all straight lines. Correct? So these are straight lines. So the only curved line that you see are the two circles on each edge. Right? So this is curved line number one, this is curved line number two, this is three, this is four, this is five, and this is six. So option number B, C6 is the correct answer. Hope you got it correct. If you did, give yourself a star. And now we move to question number 15. Now, question number 15 shows a cat, and a cat is describing a three-digit number. You have to find the three-digit number. So, cat says it is a three-digit number. That is fine. Its units place is 3. Its 10 place digit is 1 more than hundreds place digit. Its hundreds place the digit is 2 less than its ones place digit, right? So three-digit number has been given. So it has defined ones place, tens place, and hundreds place. You have to find out in each of the place what number is going to be put so that the three-digit number is complete and the three-digit number is actually equal to the number that the cat is talking about. So pause the video, read the pointers again and again, and then find out what specifically the numbers would be for all these three positions. Great. I think first the units place, right? So we know this is the units or the ones place. This is the tens place, and this is the hundreds place, correct? So we know that it's in the three-digit number. This is how it works. So in the unit place, the number that is placed is 3. So this is given, correct? In tens place, digit is one more than hundreds place. So this is, so the 10 days digit is nothing but 100, the number in the hundred place plus one. So you'll find that. We'll come to that later. Its hundred place digit is two less than its one place digit. So hundred place digit is two less than one place. So what is there in ones place? It is three. And what is hundreds place? It is two less than three, right? That is three minus two is equals to one. If this is 1, so we know this is h plus 1 here, right? So tens will become 2. So the correct answer is 123. Option number C is the correct answer. Hope you got it correct. If you did, give yourself a star. And we move to question number 16. Shreya went to the market to buy a gift. She has two 500 rupees notes. If she bought the given gift, then how much money is left with her. So Shreya goes to the market with two 500 rupees notes, right? What that comes out to be something that you have to find out. If she bought the given gift, then how much money is left with her? So she bought this gift and it costs something. You'll have to find out how much will it cost, or how much of money would be left with Shreya, right? Solve it first and then look at the solution. Great. If Shreya goes with two 500, right? So Shreya goes with two 500 rupees notes. So if 500 plus 500 is nothing but rupees 1000. So Shreya has rupees 1000 with her. Now, if she bought the given gift, now this gift costs rupees 860, then how much money is left with her? So how much is left? It is 1000 minus 860. I'm not doing the subtraction over here. If you do the subtraction, you will get option number C as the correct answer. I hope you got it correct. If you did, give yourself a star. And we move to question number 17. The sum of place values of all digits of the given number is dash. So you have to find out sum of, that is, you have to add place values of all digits, right? So it's a three-digit number. You have to find out place values of all digit of the given number is dash. So pause the video, find the answer first, and then look at the solution. Great. So many times people confuse over here and they do sum of 8 plus 6 plus 5, which comes out to be 19, and they will tick C as the answer, and then they will think that they got it correct, but it is not correct, right? How you have to do is place value of one's digit is what? It's 5, correct? Place value of 6 in tens place is nothing but 60. Place value of 8 in hundreds place is 800. Now, if you add this 800 plus 60 plus 5 comes out to be 865. So option number D is the correct answer. So the sum of place values of all digits of the given number in 865 is actually 865. It is always going to be the same number. Its sum of place values of all digits is always the same number itself. Hope you got this one correct. It gets confusing sometimes. People do get it wrong, but I hope you would have got it correct. If you did, give yourself a star. And now we move to question number 18. If the room temperature is 6 degrees centigrade less than the temperature shown in the given thermometer. So if you see in the thermometer, the some temperature has been shown in the thermometer. You have to read that, and the room temperature is 6 degree less than the temperature that is being shown in the thermometer, right? Then what is the room temperature? That is what you need to find out. It is a simple subtraction problem. Solve it, and then we meet the other side. Great, easy one. So if you see the thermometer, it is the temperature that is being shown is between 30 and 40. So obviously this is 35. The temperature that is being shown over here is 35 degrees centigrade. So this is, if this is 30, this is 31, this is 32, this is 33, this is 34, and this is 35, right? I'm sorry. Yeah, so this is 35. So 35 degrees centigrade. So the room temperature is 6 degree less. So if it is 6 degree less, so it is 35 minus 6, right? If 35 minus 6 is what? It is 29. So option number B is the correct answer. I hope you got it correct. If you did, give yourself a star. And now we move to question number 19. Study the figures carefully. What is the total weight of two such sewing machines, three cookie boxes, and two school bags? So this is a sewing machine, right? Sewing machine. This is a school bag, and this is a cookie box, right? What you have to find out is first you have to read out what is the weight that a sewing machine has, what is the weight of a school bag, and what is the weight of a cookie box, and then find out what will be the total weight of two such sewing machines, three cookie boxes, and two school bags, right? So do that, first find out and then look at the solution. Great. So now if you look at the swing machine is actually 2 kg in weight, right? One swing machine is 2 kg, right? So this points towards 2, so it is 2 kg weight. It has 2 kg weight. A school bag's weight is 5 kgs, right? The cookie box weighs 3 kgs, correct? Now, so if you see two swing box will cost how much? We will weigh how much? It will be 2 plus 2, that is 4 kgs. Again, school bags. He brings two school bags, right? So two school bags would weigh how much? 5 plus 5. You do the addition, it would weigh 10 kgs. And three cookie boxes would be 3 plus 3 plus 3, that is 9 kgs, right? So cookie box number one would weigh 3 kg, two would weigh another 3, and the cookie box number 3 would weigh another 3 kgs. So overall 9 kgs, right? Now, what you have to find out that the total weight of all three of all this would be 4. So this 4, so all would be, or let's say the total weight of two such sewing machine is how much? We know is now 4 kgs. Three cookie boxes now we know is 9 kgs, and two school bags we now know is 10 kgs. And what will be the total weight? It will be 4 plus 9 plus 10 would be option number B, 23 kgs. I hope you got this one correct. If you did, give yourself a star. And now we move to question number 20. If the given jug can be filled by 5 small glasses of water, right? So in this jug, 5 glasses of water, say 5 glasses of water, right? Two, three, 4, 5, right? 5 glasses of water is is being used to fill the jug, right? Small glasses of water will be needed to fill. So, how many such glasses of water will be needed to fill three such jugs? Now, if we have three such jugs, right? Again, my drawing is very bad, so please don't look at it and judge it. Judge me on this. So, if you have three such jugs, then how much water, how many such small glasses would be required to actually fill three such jugs? Now, pause the video, solve it first, and then look at the solution. Great, I think it's an easy addition problem. So for this jug 1, we know it requires 5 small glasses. Now for jug 2 also it will require 5 more glasses. For jug 3 also it will require 5 small glasses, right? So total it would take 5 plus 5 plus 5, that is 15 small glasses, and that is your correct answer. I hope you got it correct. If you did, give yourself a star. And now we move to the next section, that is everyday mathematics. That is my favorite section. Okay, let's now solve question number 21. Kavya bought the bag shown here. So you can see an image of a school bag and it costs some money. She received rupees 190 back from the shopkeeper. So shopkeeper returns rupees 190 back. How much money did she give to shopkeeper, right? So you have to find that out. Let me just first give an example. So say there is a shop, right? There's a chocolate shop, correct? So this is a chocolate shop, right? You go with some money to the chocolate shop. So this is the you who is watching the video, and you go to the shopkeeper. Shopkeeper gives you the chocolate, and the chocolate cost that shopkeeper says is rupees 8, right? And with that, it also gives rupees 2 back, saying take this rupees 2, right? So what? How much money did you take? So you you had some money, right? You had some money. You got a chocolate of rupees 8 and also rupees 2 back. So what did you get? A chocolate worth of rupees 8 plus rupees 2, right? So the amount of money that you had was 8 plus 2, that is rupees 10. So with a similar logic, this has to be solved. Please solve the question and then look at the solution. Great. I think with the example I gave the solution away. So obviously, if Kavya bought a bag that is rupees 810, rupees 800, that cost rupees 810, and she gets rupees 190 back, right? So she got a bag of rupees 810 and rupees 190 back. So obviously, you will have to add both these things. So if you do this addition, you will get rupees 1000 as the correct answer. I hope you got this correct. If you did, give yourself a star. And now we move to question number 22. Postman has four letters. He has to deliver the letter which has seven as its tens place to Arav's house. Which of the following letters will he deliver to Arav's house? So the postman has four letters. You can see all four in the option. He will only deliver that letter that has seven in the tens place to Arav, right? So you have to find out in all these four which of the letter contains a number that has seven in the tens place, right? That is what you need to find out. Solve it first and then look at the solution. Easy one. I would not give a lot of explanation. Out of all the four, if you look at the tens place, here 9 is in the tens place. Here again 9 is in the tens place. Here 1 is in the tens place. And here 7 is the tens place. He will deliver the letter that is has 7 in the tens place, right? So option number D is the correct answer. I hope you got it correct. If you did, give yourself a star. And now we move to question number 23. A water tank has a capacity of 20 liters. How many buckets of capacity of 4 liters each will be needed to fill the water tank? So there is a water tank of 20 liters, right? And a bucket, or you have a bucket of 4 liters. So how many such buckets would be required to fill the tank, right? Pause the video, solve this first, and then look at the solution. Great. I think it's again easy one. So say for example, you fill first bucket inside the tank. So you will have 4 liters of water inside the tank, right? Then you fill another bucket. So how much you have? 4 plus 4 is how much? 8 liters, right? Then another bucket you fill, then you will need 8 plus 4. You will have 8 plus 4, that is 12, right? So you are adding 4. You fill in with another bucket, it will be 12 plus 4, that is 16 liters. And then the last bucket, when you fill and it goes from 16 to 20, you have 20 liters, right? The 20 liters of water has been filled, right? 4, 8, 12, 16, and 20. That is, you will need five such bucket, right? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So five such bucket would be required to fill a water tank of 20 liters. I hope you got it correct. If you did, give yourself a star. And now we move to question number 24. Seema started driving at 6:20 p.m. She reached her destination at 8:30 p.m. How long did she drive, right? Is it 1 hour 30 minutes, 1 hour 20 minutes, 2 hours 10 minutes, or 2 hours 30 minutes? Now, Seema started at 6:20 p.m., 6:20 in the evening, that is 6 hour 20 minutes in the evening. She started driving and she reached her destination at 8:30 p.m., right? 8 hours 30 minutes is when she reached. How long did she drive? That is what you need to find out. Great. I think again an easy one. So if she starts driving at 6:20 and does it for 8 till 8:30, right? So from 6:20 to 7:20 p.m., right? So if say this is the clock, or say let's just say this from 6:20 p.m. 1 hour from 6:20 p.m. will be how much? 7:20 p.m. Correct. So this is 1 hour, right? 1 hour has passed. From 7:20 p.m. to 8:20 p.m., how many hours would have passed? 2 hours would have passed, right? From 6:20 to 8:20 p.m., 2 hours would have passed. From 8:20 to 8:30 is another 10 minutes, correct? Another 10 minutes. So he would drive, so she would drive for what? 2 hours and 10 minutes. So that is option number C is the correct answer. Hope you got it correct. If you did, give yourself a star, and then we move to the next question. There are many ways to solve this one. This is one way that I've shown. You could be doing it the way, but yeah, the correct answer is 2 hours and 10 minutes. If you just try and visualize it, I'm sure you will be able to answer this question. Let's now go to question number 25. There are 250 pages in a storybook. Minnie read 95 pages on the first day and 100 pages on the second day. So out of 250 pages, Minnie read 95 pages on first day, 100 pages on the second day. She read the rest of the pages on third day. How many pages did she read on the third page, right? So it is nothing. It's a very simple subtraction problem. So 250 pages, out of 250 pages on first day, she reads 95. The second day, she reads 100. Then on third day, she reads the rest of the pages. And what is the number that she reads on the third day is what you have to find out. So pause the video, solve it, and then look at the solution. Great. So if Winnie has 250 pages to read, right? She has to read to complete the book. She has to read 250 pages. On first day, she reads 95 pages, right? So if you do on after first day, she reads out 95 pages. On second day, she reads out 100 pages, right? So in 2 days, how many pages did she read? She read 95 plus 100. If you do this, this comes out to be 195. So she reads 195 pages in 2 days. The rest of the pages that are required to complete the book, she reads on the third day. So what that answer is going she did the what the answer is going to be, obviously it is 250 minus 195. So this is 250 minus 195. If you do this, I'm not doing the subtraction over here, you will get 55 as the answer. Option number A is the correct answer. I hope you got it correct. I hope you understood the approach. If you did get it correct, give yourself a star. And now we move to question number 26. The height of a boy and a clock are shown here, right? So you can see a clock and a boy given over here. Find the difference between their heights, right? So you have to just find out what the height of the clock is. The scale is given over here. Then you have to find out what the height of the boy is, and then you just have to do the subtraction. Great. Again, easy one. So the height of the clock is how much? It is 5 meters, correct? And height of the boy, if we do a straight line over here, it is 2 meters, right? So height of the boy is 2 meters, height of the clock is 5 meters. The difference between them is nothing but 5 minus 2, that is equals to 3. So option B is the correct answer. Hope you got it correct. If you did, give yourself a star. And now we move to question number 27. Aman has 380 books. He gave 150 books to his friend and bought 20 more books, right? How many total books does he have now, right? So Aman has 380 first. From that, he gives 150 to his friend and then he buys another 20. How much is now left with him is what you have to find out. Great. I hope you would have got it correct. So Aman has 380 books now. He gives 150 to his friend, right? So it is just a subtraction. So if he gives 150 to his friend, so this becomes 0. 8 minus 5 is 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. So he now has 230 books after giving 150 to his friend. Now, after that, he buys 220 more, right? So it will become 230 plus 20, right? He is buying 20 more. So this will become 0. 3 plus 2 is 5, and this is 2. So he now has 250 books with him. I hope this one you would have got it correct. It was an easy one. And I hope you would have got it correct. If you did, give yourself a star. And now we move to question number 28. There were 456 people at a stadium. If 143 of them were men and the rest were women, then how many women were there at the stadium? Very simple question. There were 456 people at the stadium, 143 were men, the rest were women. So what you have to do is you have to do us okay, solve it first and then we discuss the solution. Great. I think again I gave almost of that away. So 456 people are there. 143 are men, then the rest are women. So what you have to do, you have to do a minus, right? So it is 456 minus 143. That is option number A. I hope you got it correct. If you did, give yourself a star. And we now move to question number 29. Megha bought a shirt, a skirt, belt. How much did she have to pay altogether, right? So Megha buys a shirt, a skirt, and a belt. How much did she pay altogether? So find out what the shirt costs, the skirts costs, the belt cost, and then you just have to add all of them together, right? Pause the video, solve it, and then we meet the other side. Great. So the shirt costs rupees 249, the skirt costs rupees 320, and the belt costs rupees 120. Now, what you have to do is you have to add all these three. So what you have to do is 320. So this is nothing but in total what would this cost is rupees 320 plus rupees plus rupees 249 plus rupees 120, right? If you do this overall operation, you will find the answer to be at 689. That is your correct answer. If you got it correct, give yourself a star. I'm not doing the addition over here. You have to do the addition yourself, but if you do the addition, you'll find 689 as the answer. And I will request you to find, please go and check. I might just be wrong over here. I would request you to check it yourself as well and in the same time. So do the addition, check the answer, and then confirm it. So now we go to question number 30. At a carnival, there were 150 boys. How many total children were there if the number of girls is 20 more than the number of boys? So in a carnival, there were 150 boys, right? And how many girls were there? There were 20 more than what number of boys were. So you can find what the number of girls would be. Then how many children are there? It will just be addition of both boys and girls, right? Very simple. Pause the video, solve it, and then we meet the other side. Great. I think pretty easy. So it has been given that there were 150 boys, right? How many girls were there? We know there were the number of girls is 20 more than the number of boys. So it would be 150 plus 20, which will become 170. Now, how many total children were there? Total would be how much? It will be 150 plus 170, right? If I do this addition, it will come out to be 320. Option number B is the correct answer. With this, we end the section over here. And now we move to achiever section. Now, this is a very important section. Why? Because one, the questions are little on the difficult side. It's not difficult, the application level over here becomes a little more advanced, and that is why each question here carries 2 marks. So solving it correctly means not solving it correctly means you are losing 2 marks over here. So that is why this section is very, very important. So let's start with question number 31. Study the given pictograph showing the number of sunglasses sold by a shopkeeper in 5 different months and answer the following question. So, if you look at the pictograph, I think you'd have already done a lot of these pictograph problems before. So, if you see on March, there were one, two, three, four, five, and six. So, there were six sunglasses or sunglasses sold. Now, the catch over here is one image of sunglass doesn't represent one sunglass. One image of sunglass actually represent 10 sunglasses. So in March, how many sunglasses were sold? It was nothing but 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10, right? So each sunglass represents 10, right? So each sunglass represents 10. So I've written 10 for each sunglasses I see over here in this image. So if you add of all of it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you add in March, will be 60. So similarly, you can find for April, May, June, July, and then you have to answer these questions A and B. And then this is A, this is B. You have to find the correct answer, solve it yourself first, and then look at the solution. Great. I think obviously for March, I have given it away. For April, let's just find out for April as well so that becomes easier. So this is 10. Again, 10, 10, 10, and 10. If you do the addition, it is 40. This becomes 20. This becomes 30. And here it becomes 50. I'm not doing the addition. You have to do it yourself. I'm just writing out the final numbers, right? How many more sunglasses were sold in May and June together than in April? So how many were sold in May first? How many were sold in May? There were 20 sunglasses sold in May. In June, how many were sold? That was 30. So together, 50 sunglasses were sold in May and June. Then how much is this more than what was sold in April? April, there were 40 sold, right? So in May and June combined, 50 sunglasses were sold. Only in April there was 40 sunglasses. So how many more were sold in May and June together? It is just 50 minus 40, that is 10, right? So we now know that A is nothing but 10, correct? So this we know is now is 10. So obviously option A is cannot be the correct option. Option C now cannot be the correct option. Let's now go to option number B and see which of this option is correct. How many sunglasses were sold in all the 5 months? So it is nothing but you have to add all of it. So you have to add 60 plus 40 plus 20 plus 30 and plus 50. Now if we do the addition, you will get 60 plus 40 is 100, 100 plus 20 is 120, 120 plus 30 is 150, 150 plus 550 is 200. So this that is why that question option number B is the correct answer. Again, I'm not doing the addition over here. That is something that I leave it on you. You are in class 2. I'm sure addition is something that you are very much aware of. So I'm not doing the addition over here, and that is why if you do it yourself, you will find out that 200 is the answer. And that is why I keep on asking you to solve it yourself first before looking at the solution. Great. I hope you would have got it correct. If you give yourself a big star over here, let's now go to question number 32. Match the difference obtained in column 1 with their digit at hundreds place in column 2 and select the correct option. So, very easy question. What it's saying is, keep first do the subtraction over here, right? So if you have to do the subtraction over here and you have to find out what it is. And then you have to match it with the hundreds, the number that is there in the hundred place to the number that is there in the column 2, right? So first do the subtraction and then do the matching. Very simple. Solve it yourself first, do the dirty work, and then look at the solution. Right? Great. Let's now find out what the subtraction would look like. So 715 minus 212 would be what? 5 minus 2 is 3, right? 1 minus 1 is 0. 7 minus 2 is 5, correct? So this is 503. So obviously the number in the hundreds place is what? 5. So P is nothing but B. So option number A is ruled out. Option number D is ruled out. It can be either of B or C, right? Now let's do this one. Q is nothing but 812 minus 538. I will do it in a faster pace, but I hope you know how to do three-digit subtraction by now. Now, if I do this, this becomes 0, this becomes 12, 12 minus 8 is 4. Again, this becomes 7, this minus big becomes 7, 7 minus 2 is 2. So this is nothing but 2. If that is the case, then this becomes 7. So now we know is P is B is correct. Q is C, right? Q is C. So option number C is the correct answer. B also is ruled out. I hope you got this one correct. If you did, again give yourself a big star. And now we move to question number 33. Which of the following statement is or are correct? So there are two statements given, P and Q. You have to find out which of this is correct. right? So P says the sum of smallest three-digit number. So what is smallest three-digit number? Find that out. And largest three-digit number formed using 3, 0, and 7. So using 3, 0, and 7, what will be the smallest three-digit number that you can form, and what is the largest three-digit number that you can form? And then you have to obviously you have to use each of these number ones, and the number is saying one, it is 1037. So you have to find out whether this is correct or not, and then you have to find out 318 is same as 30 tenths plus 18 ones, whether this is correct or not. So this is what you have to find out. Pause the video, solve it first, and then go to the solution. Great. So first, let's try and solve P. Okay. So three-digit number, and what is the largest three-digit number that can be formed with 3, 0, and 7, right? For that to happen, you have to first put the you're now finding the largest number, right? So this I'm trying to find the largest number. Now to do that, you have to put out of 3, 0, and 7. What is the highest? What is the largest number between 3, 0, and 7? It is obviously 7, right? Then between 3 and 0, what is the largest? It is 3. And then comes 0. So the largest number is nothing but 730. This is how you have to find out. The biggest number goes to the hundreds place, then the next number, and then the next number, right? That is how you have to find out the largest. Now you have to find the smallest number, right? Now here is the catch. Now to find out the smallest three-digit number, if I put 0 over here, say, because that is the smallest out of 3, 0, and 7, what is the smallest? It is 0 that is the smallest, right? But you cannot put 0, because if you put 0, it will become a two-digit number. It's asking about smallest three-digit number that you can form, right? Three digits. So for making it smallest three-digit number, obviously now what you have to do, you have to put the next best, right? You cannot put 0. What is the next smallest number? It is 3, right? So 0 would come, the next is 0, and the next is 7. So this is again a three-digit number. So now you have to do an addition of 730 plus 307. If you do this, this becomes 7, this becomes 3, and 7 plus 3 is 10, 1037. So this is correct, right? So this is correct. Let's now it's saying 318 is same as, so 318 is 30 tens plus 80 ones. So 30 tens is what? 30 tens is 30 tens, right? Is nothing but 300 plus 18 ones. 18 ones is nothing but 18. If you do this addition, it becomes out 318, and 318 is same as this. Yes, it is correct. So this becomes correct as well, right? So both of them are correct. So both P and Q are correct statements. So this option number C is the correct answer. Hope you got this one correct as well. If you did, give yourself a star. Now we move to question number 34. Find the sum of, this is a rhombus figure that is given, and a circle, right? So rhombus is given over here, circle is given over here. You have to find the values of this first, and then you have to find what the answer is, correct? So let's first you solve it first, and then I will go to the solution. This is a tricky one, right? So you have to find what this would be in this equation, and then you have to find it. Tricky one, but I would suggest please give your best first, and then come and look at the solution. Great. Let's now find out what the solution is going to be. Now 5 minus 8 is 7. This is a subtraction that is happening, right? So this is a subtraction side. So 5 minus 8 is 7. Obviously 5 minus 8 cannot happen. So a 1 would have been borrowed from here, of course. So it would have become 15. So 15 minus 8 is 7, which is correct, right? So 1 would have borrowed. So now we know whatever number comes over here, we have to add 1 to it, because 1 was borrowed, right? 1 was already taken away. So 1 tens was already 110 was already taken away from the tens place already, right? So we'll have to add that one. Once we have found what this is going to be. I hope that is clear, right? Because one was borrowed, so that one has to then be added over here, right? Now this minus 9 is 2, right? So what minus 9? So what should be minus 9? So 12 minus 9 is 2. We know that. Sorry, 11, sorry. 11 minus 9 is 2. We know that, right? So this has to be 1. So this has to be 1 and 1 taken over from here, of course. So 11 minus 9 is 2. Now, for that to happen, for that to happen, here 1 should be there, plus 1 that was borrowed. So this figure now becomes nothing but 2, right? So how would that happen is here initially 2. So let's again try and draw this one. So there's 5 minus circle 9, 8, right? So say here initially 2 was there because 5 minus 8, 7 is given. 5, it cannot be 5, right? My 5 minus 18, you cannot perform. So you would have carried 1 and then it had become 15. 15 minus 8 is 7. And then 1, again, you would have taken 1 from here, it would have become 7. 11. 11 minus 9 is 2, right? I hope you know this subtraction, three-digit subtractions. So then this becomes 2, right? So initially 2 was there, correct? So initial number here was, so this now becomes, actually this becomes 2, correct? Now, what we now know is that this is 7, this becomes 7. So 7 minus what is 3? So we know this 7 minus 4 is 3, right? 7 minus 4 is 3. So this becomes 4, correct? So the correct answer is 4 plus 2, 6. That is C is the correct answer. I hope you got this one correct. It was a little confusing. I'll try and explain this one more time, right? So 8, let's draw the rhombus, and 5. Then you have this circle, this 9, 8, and then you have 7, 2, and 3. This is minus, right? So we're doing a subtraction over here. Now 5 minus 8 cannot be performed. It will be a negative number, so that cannot be done. So what we generally do, we borrow 1 from the tens place, or you borrow 10 from the tens place. So when you borrow 10 from tens place, what this becomes? This becomes 15, correct? You have borrowed 10 from tens place. Now, whatever the number was here, it would have been subtracted by 1. So that you will have to give back later. So 15 minus 8 is 7. So this becomes correct. So this is done. Now, there would have been some number over here before, but now for this to become 2, there has to be 1 over here, right? So 1 has to be here for this to become, because we now know 11 minus 9 is 2. So for that to happen, obviously you would have again carried 1 over from here. So this becomes 7. This becomes 11. So 11 minus 9 is 2. But you had taken 1 from borrowed 1, right? So that you have to add back over here. So 12. So let's say it is 825. Let's now do this maths, right? Minus, let's say I do this 9, 8. Just for the trial. What we do, we'll take 110 from here, and this becomes 15. 15 minus 8 is 7. So this correct. Now 1, again 1 minus 9 you cannot do. So you cut this, you take 100 from here, and this becomes 11. 11 minus 2, 9 is 2, correct? And then you have 7. 7 minus this becomes 4, which becomes 3, right? 327. So this is the equation, right? 825 minus 498 is 327. So this is 2. This is initially 2, and this is 4. So 2 plus 4 is 6, and that is the correct answer. Hope you got it correct. Hope I was able to explain that to you. If I did not, please let me know in the comment section. I'll create a video and post that again, right? Maybe I'll try and explain it in a more simpler way. Do let me know in the comment section, and I'll surely create that video. Let's now go to the last question of the paper. The cost of a few items are given over here. So you see a kettle, a mug, and a plate, and some costs have been given. Which of the following options shown enough money to buy all the items? Obviously, now what you have to do is you have to find out what the overall cost of all three items are. And we know, to find that, to buy all three, you should have that much amount, that much amount, that cost of all three, or more than that. Anything less than that, you will not be able to purchase all three items, right? So first do the addition, understand how much amount of money that would be required to buy all three, and then look at which option shows that the option shows that same amount of money that all three items would cost or more than that. Anything that less than that will be cancelled out. Do that solution first and then look at the solution that I tell you. Great. I obviously gave a lot of things as hint. So let's first find out what the cost of all three items are. So it is 280 plus 50 plus 85, right? So this 280 plus 50 is 330 plus 85 is nothing but 415, right? So this all three products cost rupees 415. Now you must have 415 or more than that to be able to buy all three of it. So let's go to option number A. Option number A, you have rupees 200 plus rupees 200 plus rupees 5. If you do the addition, it is rupees 405. So with rupees 405, will you be able to buy items worth rupees 450? No, you will not be able to, right? So option number A is cannot be the answer. Let's now go to question option number B. Option number B, it is rupees 100 plus rupees 100 is rupees 200 plus rupees 50 is rupees 250 plus rupees 50 is rupees 300. So it has rupees 300. Is rupees 300 enough money to buy all three of them? No, I will not be able to do that. So option number B is not the correct option. Let's now go to option number C. So you have rupees 200 plus rupees 200 is rupees 400. So 200 plus 200 is 400 plus 10 is 410 plus 10 is rupees 420. So option number C shows rupees 420. With rupees 420, can you buy items worth 415? Yes, you can, right? So you need a number that is either 415 or more than 415. So 420, you'll be able to buy. So that is why option number C is the correct answer. Let's just for the sake of it look at option number D. Option number D showed rupees 100 plus rupees 50 is rupees 150 plus rupees 50 is again rupees 200. This becomes 220 and 230. So this had rupees 230. With rupees 230, will you be able to buy a product of worth rupees 450? No, you cannot. So option number D is also not the correct answer, and option number C is the correct answer. Hope you got this one correct. If you did, give yourself a star. And my request would be to go to the comment section and let me know how many stars will were you able to collect at the end of the video. I hope you liked the video overall. If you did like it, give me a like, subscribe to my channel, and also let me know what are the parts that you liked and what are the parts you did not. And do share this video with all your classmates so that they also can prepare for the examination, right? Again, if you want to buy 18 previous year question paper, I am giving it away at just rupees 89. You can get the PDF file. If you want to do that, you can scan the QR code given over here, or you can go to the comment section. You'll find a pinned comments with a link, or you can go to this description box, and in description also you'll find a link. You can click on it and do the payment and get the PDF book downloaded. I hope you liked the video overall. We'll meet you in the next video. Till then, thank you. Jai Hind.